Good morning, Year 6, and welcome to the next maths lesson. We're looking at multiplying and dividing by 10, 100 and 1,000 today. So, to multiply by 10. So to multiply by 10, all the digits move one place to the left.
If you think about when you're multiplying numbers, they're going to get bigger. So if you look at your number and you've ended up with a smaller number, you've gone the wrong way, sorry. So just put your number back where it is and then move it to the left.
So as you can see using this PowerPoint, the 4 would move from the tens column to the hundreds column, the 3 would move from the units column to the tens column, and the 9 would move from the tens column to the units column. So our new number now would be 439.
And remember, look at this number 10, think about the number of zeros. Number 10 has got 1 0 on, so you move it one place, either to the left or the right, depending on whether you're multiplying or dividing.
And you'll see later in this video when we look at dividing by 100, it'll be 2 jumps and 1,000 3 jumps, depending on how many zeros are in that number. So another example, we've got the number 689, we move one to the left each. So we got 6,809 in the tens column.
And you'll notice that there is a gap in the units column. We can't leave it like that. Think about what we need to do as a placeholder. We've got to put the 0 in.
Okay, multiplying by 100, exactly the same as what we've just been doing, but this time we're going to be moving 2 spaces to the left, so 2 place values to the left. So we start with 19.5. We move the 1 from the tens column to the thousands column, the 9 from the units to the hundreds, and then the tenths again, 1, 2 to the tenths column. Now we've got that space in our units column again, so again we're going to include the 0 to make it a whole number.
You put that 0 in if there is a gap before the decimal point as a placeholder.
Multiplying by 1,000, exactly the same, but this time you'll guess right, 3 jumps to the left. So we started with 0.41. 3 jumps would give us 4 in the hundreds column, 1 in the tens. We've got that space again in the units that we're going to fill with a 0. Because we don't really need this 0, we can take it off. So the answer would be 410. 6.4. So then we'll have 6 in the thousands column, 4 in the hundreds column, and we've got 2 spaces. So simply just fill the 2 empty spaces with the zeros. So the answer would be 6,400.
You've got to put these zeros in, otherwise you've just got the number 64 when you write it, which is incorrect.
Okay, so now we're looking at division. So exactly the same kind of method. This time we're going to be getting, the numbers are going to be getting smaller. So the number and the jumps are going to be going to the right rather than the left. So because there's 1 0 in 10, we're going to be doing 1 jump to the right. So 755 would then change to 75.5. Remember, the decimal point is not a place value, so it does not class as a jump. You go over it.
You move in the digits and the decimal point stays
Always
where
stays
it
the
is.
same. 21.1 divided by 10. Again, 1 jump to the right. So we finish off with 2.11. Exactly the same with dividing by 100, but again, with 2 jumps, we've got 2 zeros in 100. 809 would then become 8.09.
Notice that the 0 stays in the middle of the number. We don't change the order of the digits. They stick together and then move as one number.
6 on its own divided by 100. We move it. Now what do you think we need to do?
There's a gap here in this tenths column, so we need to put that 0 in as a placeholder. But we also need a number here in the units column. We can't start a number with a decimal point, so we put a 0 in that.
So the final answer would be 6 divided by 100 would be 0.06. Finally, dividing by 1,000, I'm sure you've got this by now. Moving to the right, 3 jumps, you have 3 zeros in 1,000. 7,080. I'm going to be moving them to the right. So the 0 we don't need, but we're moving it off to the thousandths column. 8 to the hundredths, 0 to the tenths, 7 to the units. We can take away that 0 that's on this thousandths board, 7.08.
If you write the number with the 0 on the end, that's fine, it's still the same number. That 0 doesn't change the value of the number, it's still 7.08, so you would still get that right if you put that 0 on, but you don't need it.
And then finally, 520 divided by 1,000. Again, the 0 goes to the thousandths column, 2 to the hundredths, 5 to the tenths. We need to add a 0 before the decimal point, and the answer is 0.520. Okay, so now it's your turn. So can you pause the video, get a piece of paper and a pencil, get ready for some questions. Okay, so the first 4 questions are going to be on multiplying by 10. So here are the first 4 questions. Multiply those 4 numbers by 10 and pause the video. Okay, here are your answers underneath. So you got 1.8, 12, 56.7 and 250. The next 4 on times them by 100. Pause your video and complete those 4 questions. Okay, here are your answers. Now we're going to be multiplying by 1,000. And your answers for these 4 are 2,340, 3,240, 1,800 and 2,300.
So now we're going to divide by 10. Remember there's 1 0 on the 10, so we're moving it one place and we're making the number smaller. Okay, so it's moving to the right. Okay, so pause the video, have a go at these 4.
And here are your answers.
So you've moved them one place to the right, so it's 1.23, 14.2 divided by 10 is 1.42, 3.2 divided by 10 is 0.32, and 2 divided by 10 is 0.2. You need that 0 at the front of these numbers before the decimal point.
Next, we're looking at dividing by 100, so exactly the same as what Mrs. Dickinson has just said, but obviously we're doing 2 jumps to the right. These are your questions. So we've got 532, 234, 320 and 210. Pause your video and have a go. Here are your answers. As you can see, these 2, we've knocked the 0 off because we don't really need it. If you have got 3.20, then you can mark that right. If you have got 2.10, you can also mark that right as well.
And then we're dividing by 1,000, so we've got 3 zeros here, so we're moving the digits 3 spaces to the right. It's just about keeping that place value. So have a go at these ones, pause your video.
And your answers are?
We've got 0.0032, we have to have these in to keep place value, and 0.0342, 0.3321 and 0.253.
Okay. Please let us know how you got on, and we look forward to seeing you soon.